And welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Factorio, which if you're watching the last part, that would have been last night. So if you're on Twitch, obviously that's the last stream. If you're on YouTube, that would have been yesterday when the part would have gone up. Was when we played last. We just killed the worm, so the plan right now is, over the next couple parts, I'm going to try to get enough production going here on Vulcanus that we can basically have one maker of big furnaces and one maker of foundries running. Whether that's feasible, reasonable, or whatever is more complicated to contemplate. That's what we're going to try to work on right now. So to speed up the disassembly and stuff, I'm grabbing a bunch of construction robots because basically we're going to disassemble what we just set up. Shouldn't fill up the whole inventory because a bunch of it got destroyed, but it may fill up most of the inventory. But yeah, we're gonna disassemble that. There is, if we come on the map here, there is one tungsten deposit a little close to the border here. We'll also look to see what else we've got in this zone before we really set to it. But mainly here from a... Oh, interesting. Why were they just... I don't know. Oh, they're rebuilding. That's what's going on. You didn't necessarily want them to do that, but that'll be fine. So, the Demolisher's corpse has got a bunch of tungsten, which we're going to use, obviously, to build our first set of big mining drills and foundries. All this cleaned up, because we're going to need it for the next one, I suppose. Next time I'm going to take a worm, and that might not be all that far off. Actually, is there... Oh, that'll definitely work faster. Let me just sweep by and grab all the armor-piercing rounds so the bots have a much quicker time. Oh, we just got Circuit Veteran. So first time I produced 25,000 advanced circuits in an hour. Oh, now the boss fell. Only that a block. So we'll go put the arm-piercing rounds away. And then we'll go explore the zone, and then we'll be working on trying to automate some Vulcanus. You know, we've definitely sped up. It's slowing back down again, which... don't 100% know why. Oh, I suppose actually let's ship you back to Earth. We might have you go pick some stuff up at Earth. Well, Novice. Ship back to Novice. We might have you pick some stuff at Novice and bring it back. To facilitate automation over here. I'm thinking things like roboports and stuff. Train... Oh, because we got a train problem back in Novice. Where's the train having problems? That train's having problems. Why? Can't find your way to the destination. So we got something blocking a path somewhere, apparently. Having problems trying to find your way back to Iron 5. Ah. So we got this problem going on. So where are you supposed to be going? You want to go there. Isn't really a good reason why you can't go there. So I'm going to swap you over to manual, and I'm just going to drive remotely. So that's cleared the blockage for the moment. We'll see if it blocks up again. Yeah, we'll see if that clears up again. Or if it clogs up again. In theory, that should just work, so I'm not really too worried about it. So here, how hard would it be to get me to get the stuff for an iron chest or a steel chest? Probably steel chest would work best. And an insert, of course. It's probably enough for a chest, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a inserter so that this is technically automated, but right now it only takes one stack of ore at the moment. And I wanted to do more than one stack, so. There we go. So that will make tungsten, all the tungsten we need for the moment, until we get something more automated set up. Obviously, we're going to want big miners to mine the tungsten ore, because that's the minimum requirement to mine tungsten ore. It's got a pretty big mining area, so we might not need much more than that. Well, actually, we might not need as many of those as we do miners. And in theory, this also has a... Does it say on here? It has a resource range of 50%. So basically it consumes half the normal materials to a regular miner, which is good. So we're going to want to build a bunch of those. Those aren't necessarily cheap to build, and they take electric miners as an input, which also isn't necessarily cheap to build. But basically, we want to get automated running of that, and we want to get automated running of foundries. Before we go and do that, let's finish exploring the newly cleared zone now that we've killed the worm. And then we'll come back and start trying to set up the construction we need to start building those big miners to operate the tungsten mine. The alternative, and actually what I might end up doing is I'm looking... This is really close to the edge. I may try to clear the next worm, just to make sure that we're not aggroing the worm on that, because if the worm rolls into that and blows up the miners, that would be bad. And all it might take is an errant parent pole or something like that to get the worm angry. And then also part of this exploration is to see how big of an area we cleared. Because we only killed one worm, but may have had a reasonably large territory. Okay, so there's a tungsten deposit that's not on the border. We'll probably mine that one instead. We can make that work. And there's a nice big bit of calcite. So then it'll just come down to finding the space, I suppose, to set up the factory. Vulcanus is one of the plant I think we need to get glyph explosives, so maybe these glyphs aren't too much of a problem that they're here. But it's a chicken and the egg problem. We need the factory to get the explosives to clear the glyphs to have the factory sort of problem. Okay, I think that's enough to explore the territory. Right now I'm trying to find a spot back into friendly territory. Which is appearing reasonably hard to do, actually. Oh, that'll work. Okay. One little sliver through here, which we can travel through. Yeah, we got in the newly freed up area. We've got 2 calcite mine locations and 2 tungsten ore locations. We'll probably do the one closer to the middle first, so that we don't have to worry about aggroing a biter from a neighboring location. So we've got 100,000 tungsten there, and 1.1 million. Yeah, so this vein looks smaller than that one, but it's a richer vein, so we'll mine the richer vein. Same sort of thing with these veins of calcite. That's definitely a smaller vein than that vein, but it's a richer vein, so we have to worry less about it depleting. Oh, and we got train problems again on this. So you're having problems again. Why are you having problems? You shouldn't have problems. Okay. I thought we'd planned an out. Is there no out for some reason? Wait, well, bots should be able to install that. So if I give them enough time, the bots will fix the problem here and we'll get the iron running again. So we got the train stuck somewhere is what happened. Okay. Yeah. And there's probably some interesting situation was letting it clear. I think it cleared earlier. Advanced circuits, electric engines, 20 tungsten carbide, electric mining drills. So I think to make that work, we're going to probably want some foundries. Maybe we need to upgrade the petroleum. Oh, so the only thing we don't have working on the launch here is I don't have automated structural members. Okay. Do have an electric engine maker. It's manually fed, which is maybe not ideal for what we're wanting to do. Looks like that might be the same with green circuits. Here's the foundry. we have to build, you have to be made in a foundry, okay. Whereas the foundry doesn't need to be made in the foundry. Good to know. Alright, so let's still have you making foundries. We'll make one more foundry. At least one more foundry. Do need to make a bunch of green, apparently. Anyway, that should be enough to get another foundry. At least one more foundry, and we'll set a foundry up to do the big miners. Which requires molten iron. Which is probably why we need a foundry, because it requires molten iron. Anyway, then the big miners... The only thing that's really super pain with what we have currently set up is actually the advanced circuits, it looks like that. Grab some more pipe. Oh wait, we got enough backed up. We can close out for the moment. Swap you to pipe. So we need some pipe. Stuff on Novice is getting damaged. Damage is fine. I might try to swap over from having this run, we'll make one more foundry and then probably try to make foundries with foundries. Because foundries, I believe, have a base productivity of 50%. Okay, just need 10 electric engines. We can get that to build the first miner. And that's more than 10 engines, so with that we should be able to get one big mining drill. And I suppose in a way that also repaired the mining drill because we had a damaged mining drill. Okay, tungsten steel complete, which was a tech that required that to be done. Now if we make a tungsten plate, which is done in a foundry, okay, that would be what we would need for our metallurgical science pack, which is then required for all the text on the planet. Okay. There's real support foundations. Low density structure. Oh, low density structure productivity. Okay. Coal liquefaction. So the better coal liquefaction. Nothing we're necessarily going to go running to, I think. Because my goal right now is to get this planet working and not necessarily get the science running off of it. Because I want the foundries and stuff for redesigning a bunch of other stuff. Wait, let's get another foundry. Get a foundry making foundries. That's basically the plan right now. So for that I need another 30 green. I think right now it's just copper we're missing. Oh, actually, I suppose I could probably run that off wire, can't I? Yeah. could just take from this build. That would have made sense. Can hear the grumpy worm in the distance, yes. Then we're gonna need a bunch of red. Right now, while we're not launching off the planet, we can just kind of run along here and grab... I suppose we can grab both the red and the green, that'll work. Okay, that provides us a bunch of red, a bunch of green. We're a little short on you. What are we actually... We're short on green there. So we'll put half the green in there, get some of you going. Put the green in here. Get a couple cycles of the foundry running. Get some foundries. And then we'll run all the foundry production in foundries. So I'll do an underground. Put it over like here for the moment. You can hear the worm. No, we're quite a way away from the worm, so we're not in any threat. Oh, I need some steel. Easy enough to fix, just gotta run over to the steel. Okay, we don't want you... We need some miners, apparently. Which is something I could just import. It's not that expensive. Okay. So I'll give us the foundry... I already have the foundry, so I can set it up. Well, I can figure out where that's going to go. So we want you specifically to make foundries. Foundry to make foundries. So there will work. Okay, so this is on this one. Plumb it in there. Plumb the power in there. So we got a foundry to make foundries. Obviously, maybe this location isn't the best for it to be, but it wouldn't be that hard to plumb steel, the refined concrete into it. And then we just have to set up electronic furnaces and split our tungsten carbide production. So this is probably just temporary tungsten carbide production. Okay, you need... Wait, we worked out this... Other than throwing more engines in it, this just needs more miners. So maybe not the optimal first choice for a mine. Set one of these up, and these... Oh, these are quite big. Well, we got more throughput apparently on the iron. Now to Iron Throne 3. Yeah, we're gonna... at some point I need to automate up, make a proper automation of this, but right now we're just sort of bootstrapping. Trap in some mines, foundries and such. Anyway, we'll come back here when we think we need more calcite. It's a decent amount under both of those. That's freed up a bunch of mines, so we can toss a bunch of miners in the upgrader. And then really all we're waiting for is more electric engines. So let's pop to the bomb fizzy. Let's designate some pickups. I don't think you need any more gun turrets, so that's plenty of gun turrets for the moment. I will have you queue up the pickup for a bunch of mines. So grab me a bunch of mines. Is it just mines I want to bring over? Don't think it makes sense to launch. I don't have it set up to launch circuits. Well, actually, the circuits aren't that bad. The red ones aren't that bad. It's 1,000 to launch. Greens are even better. Greens are 2,000 to launch. But yeah, we'll just have it ship up a bunch of that. Means I should tell this one to stop accepting launches so that we can get that going. Yeah, the rest one's already going. We have a little while to catch up. So that's running. That's not going to run super fast because it's only one, but is, in theory, at least enough to keep the bootstrapped. Okay, 5 big miners, not a bad place to start. So let's go set up the mine. Well, I'll start setting up a mine, which means it should bring the power over. So let's find, there's the edge of our power grid. Is there a way through here? Looks like it. Not necessarily an ideal way through from a foot traffic standpoint, but it's a way through. Okay, so we got like 5 miners. Could hypothetically get everything here in like 4. Wouldn't be the optimal throughput way, but... Or optimal... Yeah, it wouldn't be optimal throughput, but it would be working like 4. Okay, so 4 wide, to be fair, this side's basically just going to be those 3 miners, so it's not very much, but 4 wide does appear to be a working pair. Oops. Do I have... Of course I do. Okay, so obviously I need more to go with that to make that work. Carbon, tungsten, and sulfuric acid. One problem with mining where we are over here is we're pretty far away from both our carbon and our sulfuric acid source. Tungsten plate. Okay, so I don't necessarily need to convert everything into tungsten carbide. I can convert some of it into tungsten plate. So maybe that's an important thing, is to make sure I don't turn everything into tungsten carbide, because we do need some tungsten plate. What do we use each for? So I know the things we want to make, we want to automate right now, is carbide based. So the mining drill is carbide based, the foundry is carbide based. Okay, after grabbing that much carbide, that should be enough to get us going for a while. Someone will have to figure out how to route this back. Well, either that or route the sulfur and the carbon over, and I think it's probably easier just to route it back. Get like one belt winding through the horrors that is the lava wastes over here of both tungsten and calcite. Oh, there's a little one of tungsten there. And yeah, when we've got it properly fed into the assembler, making tungsten carbide is pretty quick. Once we've got enough bootstrapping going on, I'll probably work backwards. I'll set the final up. We'll do like we did with the science setup, where once I've got enough to produce everything, we'll work backwards from trying to feed a single foundry, a single assembler, and a single thing to make launch capacity. Mainly... mainly needing engines there. Get that one running. This one running, we're mostly on green circuits. Honestly, if tungsten carbide is not the bottleneck, I think it's actually building foundries is going to be the next bottleneck, as we try to basically have a foundry for everything to start with. So looking at time, this is where I'm going to go ahead and put the part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, I think I got enough time at least to record one more part. So there should be another part up tomorrow. Plus, I'm far enough ahead that I'll start get around recording them tomorrow if that doesn't happen. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break where I drink a little bit of tea, stretch the legs a bit, but then hop right back into it. So I'm not even going to take the stream down. I'm just going to basically stop the recording. I may even just let the stream, let the game run for a bit while I take that break, which will be only a minute or two. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. With that, bye for now.